Okay, so you want to AFK gems fast. Like, for example, I've got 200 million gems. Video coming soon on me hatching that. There's something called a macro, and a macro, basically, I'm using TinyTask for it. Basically, it's a program which does movements for you. I will give a warning though, I'm not giving the download link for TinyTask or any download link for any software for this, because personally, I don't know what's safe, and I downloaded this years ago, so I'm not going to be supplying a link because I don't want to get anyone like a virus. So just please be careful when downloading this, because it can very easily lead to you having a virus on your computer. There's always a safe method of standing on one of these boxes and doing /e dance, because then basically you're updating yourself constantly, and if you stand on one of these boxes, every time it respawns you'll get the gems, which is a lot slower. However, it still works. So there's actually two methods to this, the slow and safe method and the fast but risky method. So you got your TinyTask ready here. You see my TinyTask right here. First of all, before anything, go to prefs here and turn it to continuous playback. Also, something you want to do is make sure the recording key is like a key that you can press, for example F8, and you need the playback key to not be this one, because this one has shift in it which will make you run. I personally use print screen for that one. It does take a screenshot, but F12 is also bad because it starts like doing this record thing, so you don't want that either. Okay, we'll start with the slow and safe method. Don't start recording yet and click sell, okay? Okay, now what you want to do, this method's actually been changed since my last video. You will actually, now when you sell, your camera angle doesn't change with what you do, so it's always going to be the same. So you want to zoom in all the way and have a point where you can align every time. For example, what I do is I stare straight into the hamster's nose and then I zoom out and then I press play, but obviously I'm not going to play now. So now you've got your setup point, so do that, find a setup point, for example the hamster's nose, zoom out here just so you have a consistent point which you can use, then press F8, which is my recording key. So press your recording key, and what you want to do is you want to walk into the portal at the end, but you want to do it quite fluidly and without mistakes, and then you want to walk in as much as you can. You see how I walk behind the portal there? Now you want to just wait for a couple seconds there, and then you want to walk towards the gems. Now you can start collecting these gems up, and you can actually do multiple rounds of this, which is actually what I'm going to do here. So I'm just going to collect multiple rounds of these gems, and you should get quite a few gems. However, this is the slower method because you have to sell every time, and just keep collecting these gems for a bit, and then when you feel like it's ready, which isn't now, I think you should collect them maybe 3-4 times. What you want to do is bring your mouse slowly up to sell, click sell, and stop recording. I'll actually show you what this looks like. If say if you want to play that back, you want to go like this. You want to look into the setup point that you've got, for example the hamster's nose, zoom out. Well, the zoom out doesn't actually matter, I believe, but I like zooming out, and then I press print screen, and it should ideally work, but remember sometimes it won't work. I mean, you just gotta finick with it a bit, because sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does. It's quite finicky. However, it seems to be working, as you can see. I'm not gonna continue this forever, but yeah, look, you can see it working. I'm gonna stop recording now, or stop playing it back, and let's do the other method. At the end of the video, I'll do the safe method and the other method one more time. Okay, this is the risky method of doing it. However, it probably gets you at least 2 times more gems per hour. So first, you want to find a setup point here. So, for example, my favorite setup point is actually going in first person, going over here, and then zooming out. That's a pretty good one in my opinion. So now I'll press my recording hotkey here, but before that you want to press shift, by the way, and press F8. There you go, that's my recording hotkey. And for this method we can shift and we can run. For the first method, the reason why we can't run is because when you enter a portal it removes the sprint, which will mess things up. So here you just want to collect as many gems as you can, and don't change your camera angle as usual. You can keep going for a bit, but let's just say I've collected it a couple times. I'm not gonna do this all on video. Let's say I'm done. You want to slot yourself back into the point. I think I just changed my camera angle there, but slot yourself back into the point, press F8, and now if I press print screen, it should work. However, this method's a lot riskier, because if it messes up once, it's fully messed up. Let's say it messes up somehow and it does this, right? There's no other setup point. Your character's going to keep doing this all the time while you're not looking at your screen. It's not going to like reset. With the sell method, it will. The reason why is because it's a continuous setup point. If it messes up one time, it won't mess up the next. unless you've done it like completely wrong. Alright, quick overview of both of them again, so let's start again. Make sure you're not shifting for this one, so to stop your shifting, I would recommend turning off bubble gravity and then jumping. That turns off your shift. So you don't want to shift for this one. Click cell, find a setup point here, hamster's nose, mine is, and then you want to zoom out here, and then what you want to do, press your recording hotkey, go forwards into the back portal. Remember, no, do not shift, do not change your camera angle, and you want to go far into the portal as far as possible, just so you guarantee get it. Then what you're going to do is wait here as it buffers, and then go. And then what you want to do is go around, collect the gems a couple times, and then click sell again, and then stop recording. Let's say I've done it a couple times, which I haven't, and then I want to go over here, click sell, stop recording, and then it will work. For the other method, just a quick overview again. This method, you want to sprint, so press shift and make sure not to unpress shift, because if you unpress shift it will break things, hence why you don't want that shift plus alt plus P to be your stopping tool or your starting tool. So yeah, line yourself up. I like to go first person into the crystal, like eye level right here, looking at like where my pet's bubble is, and then going forwards and then zooming out, and then pressing obviously F8 here to start recording, and then just go around, collect all the gems, you know, as you do. But this method's a lot riskier, and I prefer my simple method. However, whatever method you prefer, I would do it. Any questions down below, I can, unless they're Tiny Task related, because I'm not smart. I don't know. Let's say you're done with this. What you want to do is you want to line yourself back up with the crystals, and then press F8, and it should work. If I got anything wrong, there'll be a pinned comment at the top of the description. Read that pinned comment before you like start commenting other things, because maybe I got a little thing wrong and it just like messed up everything. And just look in the pinned comment, okay? Okay, I'm gonna go back to hatching because I've got 200 million gems to hatch. Good luck hatching, and bye-bye.